Hi, I'm Doug Bodock and welcome to the video song lesson for Too Young to Fall in Love by Motley Crue. This one, like a lot of Motley Crue songs, is tuned down a whole step. So it's still tuned normally, it's just that all the strings are tuned down a whole step. I'm going to give you some tuning notes here. Your E, 6th string E, is tuned down to a D. 5th string A, tuned down to G. 4th string D, tuned down to a C. 3rd string G is down to an F. 2nd string B is down to an A. And finally, your 1st string E is tuned down to a D. So, tone-wise, I've got a heavy dose of distortion on here, using a guitar with a humbucking pickup, just to give it some extra fullness. It does have a whammy bar on the guitar, but you don't need one on this song, so any guitar will work. If you don't have a humbucking pickup on a guitar, not a big deal. Just try to get some extra gain out of what you're getting, and make sure you got some distortion on it. Let's take a look at the intro. So after a 4-measure drum intro, we come in with this riff. So let's see what's going on here. We're just sliding off here. Just kind of doing that rock move. Open A, and we're playing these chords. There's going to be some open A palm mutes in between there, but I'm just going to play the chords for you. So again. Chords. Kind of part of a D chord, A minor, C, G. That just repeats. We're adding some bass notes in between there. So we're going down to the G. F. Pulling off on that E. It's going to happen kind of naturally, actually, if you think about it. One more time. And it all starts over. So I'm doing a bar here, and then do a bar on that. That pull-off really isn't heard that much. It just kind of happens from moving from the chord. And same with the one over here, if you get that. Let's go through it slowly one more time from the slide. speed. 2, 3, 4. The one little riff that I don't think I mentioned is this, utilize those open strings in there as the shifting point. So you got an open string right before it, and then an open string after, so you get back up to position. This moves pretty fast. Things to be careful about. Since the strings are tuned down so much, try to be light-handed with everything. It's easy to pull things out of tune because things are so loose. So make sure you're just keeping a light touch, not only with the left hand but with the right hand as well, that you're not picking too hard. Make sure you're getting those palm mutes in between there. Don't let those notes ring out like this. You don't want to hear those notes in between there, so make everything very distinct. And I would say it's important to practice this with distortion. A lot of times, if we're playing something that has distortion, we play it without. If I just play this clean, you won't hear all the little extra notes that distortion brings out. So definitely keep that in mind when you're playing it. Keep the distortion on while you practice it. That'll help bring out those notes and make sure you're playing everything clean. We'll take that same approach on the verse with some palm muting and some small chords. So now for the verse, we've got a few different chords that we'll be playing. Same shape there. We're going to make that into a G5, move down to an F, and eventually gets down to an E. A little bit different rhythm. So if I take away the palm mutes, it's going to sound like this. Now let's add the palm mutes. As far as doing these palm mutes, you can do them with alternate strokes like I am, or if you're really fast with downstrokes, it makes my hand cramp after a while, but feel free to do it that way if you want. And moving on, in the verse we've got this. And that's going to be all downstrokes. You definitely don't want to go. It sounds very different. So you can tell he's doing downstrokes on that. So I wouldn't doubt that he's doing downstrokes on the rest of it. He's probably a fast downstroke player. But this one's just moving from an E to an F. So first is a chord and then the palm mutes. Move it up to F. F. Now add the open A palm mutes. That ending, just moving from E to F with palm mutes. Now staccato notes. So E, F, G staccato, meaning short notes. And then sustain. Hold that G out, and we go into the chorus. Let's take the verse slowly. Now up to speed. Couple tips on doing this. Make sure your palm mutes are palm muted, that you're not missing those strings and making it like a... Make sure you're getting down on the palm mute. Lift up for the chords. And then as far as keeping the hand relaxed, make small motions when you're doing these. So rapid downstrokes like that is tough. And you don't want to make big strokes because it's going to give you more area to cover. So make them small as possible. And it's easy to get cramped up. You start to feel it right around here if you're tight. So keep that loose. Less effort, the better. It's an electric guitar. You don't need to overpower it. It's going to make sound. Let your hand be really relaxed. Keep the hand loose. So the chorus is the same riff we played in the intro, with the exception of the very end, where we do a little extra part to turn it around back into the verse. Let's take a look. So since the chorus is a repeat of the intro part, I'm just going to play through it, and it's just got a little repeat at the end that I'll kind of highlight when we get there. Here's the chorus. So you see that part at the end there. We're just hanging out on that E chord and strumming a little bit to get to the repeat. That brings us back into a verse. Let's play through it slowly from the chorus. So the second verse and chorus are going to be a repeat of the first, so let's jump right into the solo. So the solo starts off here with some fast picking and a brief moment in the harmonic minor scale. But then it's solidly in A minor after that. So for a minute, A harmonic minor, just with the addition of that G sharp note, and then after that, solidly in A minor, all over the neck. So here's how it starts out. Let's get that much. So fast picking on the 7th fret here. And then a quick little interval here. Scale sequence. One more time. Now we're doing a little repeated lick here. Slow that down. Hammer on, pull off. Hammer on, pull off. And then bend. Careful on these bent notes. It doesn't take much when the strings are tuned down this much. You can easily overbend it. Our target note is the E. Be careful not to overbend that. Let's take that section again. Moving on, we've got a repeated lick here. So that's just on the 3rd string, quick picking. Slow it down again. Make sure your strokes are very small on this. The faster you pick, the smaller strokes you have to make. Now another scale sequence. Go through that slowly again. One more time. Moving up, now we're on this 2nd string, same kind of riff. In this, using the 10th, 12th, and 13th frets. And then doing the same thing on the 1st string on the 12th, 13th, and 15th frets. Another bend there, staccato notes. So chop those off, don't want to make it sound like this. Should be very punctuated. And then another scale sequence coming down here. I'll go through that very slowly for you. Bar, bar. One more time. And a little repeated lick here. Let's get that. Pull off. Pull off. Pull off. One more time. Again, be careful on these notes. I just heard myself doing a little bit. Pull that note a little bit sharp because the strings are so loose. So make sure you're just putting pressure on the guitar downward. Especially as you try to play this faster, sometimes we induce more tension when we play faster. So keep it nice and relaxed. I'll play through the solo at a moderate tempo just so you can put everything into context here from the top. There it is. Let me play it up to speed for you just so you have a feel for that. Then we go into this interlude, and this is similar to the verse. Same chords, just a little bit different rhythm. Starts off right on the chord. Should be something to recognize. Going back to that solo, it's a great one to work on because all those scale sequences really make practicing scales fun. So this is a great way to just work on a solo that'll have some benefits to all other solos that you play. Scale sequences are great to work on. They're just kind of boring. So when it's in a song, it's great to do. So enjoy the solo, and then we're going to move on. So that'll bring us to a third verse and a chorus, and those are just repeats what we played before, and then the outro is that same riff played over again. So nothing new to play. I'm just going to play you out here with the third verse into the third chorus into the outro. You'll recognize it all. Comes the chorus. Just fade out this.